Then let's find a good, a comfortable seated position on the mat. And that can be kneeling or seated in like an easy seat position on your sits bones, whatever feels good. And from here, let's just take a moment to assess our posture. So grounding through the sits bones, long, tall, neutral spine. Gaze straight ahead. Let's take a second to connect with the breath here. The inhale and the exhale. Maybe setting an intention for today's practice. And with that in mind, let's take a deep breath in, reaching arms up to the sky. And exhale them to your sides. Inhale the arms up. And from here, let's drop the left arm to the mat, keeping the right arm overhead. So reaching over, big stretch in the right side. Inhale back to center. Inhale that left arm up to the sky. Exhale that right arm to the mat. Big stretch in the left side. On the inhale, inhale back to center. Bring that right arm up as well. Let's exhale, reaching the arms out behind us to the mat. Just opening the chest up. And on the exhale, let's release back to our easy seat position. All right, let's start our warm up with the cat-cow sequence. So placing your hands on the mat, let's swing those legs around to a tabletop. And we'll inhale in cow, dropping the stomach. Exhaling cat, arching the back. Letting the spine warm up, building spinal awareness, and just some movement early in the morning. And when you're ready, let's bring that to a neutral spine. And let's stretch out that right leg behind us. Big stretch in the calf. And release that knee back to the mat. Stretch out that left leg. And let's release that knee back to the mat. On the next breath, let's tuck the toes and lift the hips into downward facing dog. You're welcome to walk out the feet, dropping one heel and then the other, or maybe even lifting both heels and then dropping both heels to the mat. And on the next breath, let's inhale to a plank position, either on your knees or your toes. One long straight line. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. From here, let's inhale, lifting the chest up just about 6 inches to baby cobra. Exhale, back down to the mat. And let's tuck the toes, lifting the hips back and up into downward facing dog once again. From here, let's bend the knees and slowly walk either the hands to the feet or the feet to the hands for a forward fold. And as much as we can here, we want to hinge from the hips. So we're really just lengthening out the backs of the legs. You might walk your fingers to one side and then the other. And whenever you're ready, let's place the hands on the shins and inhale, lifting up to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale all the way up to a mountain pose. Let's inhale, arms up to the sky, interlacing the fingers. Exhale to the right side. Inhale, center. And exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, center. And exhale, dropping your arms to your sides, staying in mountain. Let's step back with the left foot, just like half the length of your mat. Keeping the right leg straight. We'll start to hinge from the hips, so folding over that front leg. I'll also demonstrate. So we should be feeling a big stretch in that right leg. And on the next breath, let's inhale back to center. We'll open up that back leg, stepping it out a little bit further and also making it perpendicular to the front, keeping the front leg straight. Let's reach our right arm down towards our toes and the left arm to the sky for a triangle pose. All right. And on the exhale, let's bend that front knee. We can rest the right elbow on the right knee, keeping that left arm to the sky for a side angle pose. You're welcome to start to drop that left arm a little bit over the ear as well for an extended side angle, if you'd like. And on the next exhale, keeping our right leg how it is, let's start to bring both of our hands to the mat into a lunge. So we'll want to rotate that back foot, tuck the toes. Beautiful. You can either be on your toes or you're welcome to drop the knee in this lunge as well. And wherever you're at, let's inhale, lifting the torso and the arms to the sky, slight back bend into a high lunge or a crescent pose. And on the exhale, we'll release both those hands to the mat. And tucking the back toes, let's step back into a downward dog. We'll spend just a couple breaths here. And then we'll bend the knees and step the feet up to the hands in a forward fold. Inhale up, half lift. Exhale down. And on the inhale, we'll come all the way back up to mountain, exhaling the hands to your sides. All right, so this time we'll step our left foot back just a little bit, straight behind us, and we'll start to hinge from the hips, exhaling over that, over that left leg. I think it's our left leg in front, right? Into pyramid pose on the left side. I should have said this the first time we did this, but if you have a block or even like a water bottle or something that you'd like to rest your hands on here, this is a great time to grab that. And let's inhale back up to our tall torso. We'll open up that back foot so it's perpendicular to the front. Keeping the front leg straight, let's reach that left arm over the left leg, right arm to the sky in triangle pose. Stretching out the inside of the leg here. And on the exhale, let's bend that front knee. We can bring our left elbow to the left knee, keeping the right arm overhead for a side angle. And you're also welcome to drop that arm over the ear for an extended side angle. And on the exhale, let's rotate the torso, bringing both of those hands down to the mat for a lunge. Spending a moment here, either with your toes or the back knee on the mat, whichever one you prefer. And then on the inhale, let's lift the torso, slight back bend into a high lunge or a crescent pose. On the exhale, we'll bring those hands back to the mat. And from here, we'll step back to our downward facing dog just for a minute. Inhale to a plank, either knees or toes, just as long as you're one long straight line. And we'll exhale all the way to the mat. Here we'll move into our wheel pose. So we'll bring the left arm parallel to the front of our mat, reaching the right arm back to the right foot or ankle. Maybe just staying here for a nice quad stretch, or maybe inhaling, lifting that leg up, reaching it out and back for a big pec stretch as well. And on the next exhale, let's release that. Give yourself a little break. And on the next breath, let's bring our right arm parallel to the mat in front of us, reaching back with the left hand, the left foot or ankle. And inhale, reaching out with that leg. Big stretch here. And exhale, release that to the mat. A little rest here. You can drop your forehead to the mat or one cheek. And on the next breath, let's bring the palms of our hands to the mat underneath the shoulders. Let's tuck the toes and start to walk the torso back to a kneeling position for fire toes. So right on top of those feet, give them a big stretch. And from here, let's place the hands on the mat briefly. You can swing those legs around into a seated position on your sits bones. If you want, you can shake out those feet. After that big stretch, you're also welcome to grab like a cushion or a block if you'd like to sit on one of those. Or we can just be straight on the mat here. I'll give you a second if you do want to grab something. All right. From the seated position, let's extend our legs straight out in front of us for Dandasana or staff pose. Tall torso, making the spine long and straight. Let's inhale as arms up to the sky. And exhale, hinging from the hips, reaching straight out towards your toes. You're always welcome to bend the knees as much as you need in this position. And let's inhale to seated half lift. Exhale, reach towards your toes once again. See if you can reach just a little bit further than the first time. Let's inhale back to our center position. And from here, let's bring the right foot in towards us, resting on the mat. And let's inhale those arms up to the sky. Exhale over the left leg. Inhale, seated half lift. And exhale, reaching towards those feet again. Inhale, back up to center. We'll switch our legs, so sending that right foot in front of us, left foot in towards our body. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale, folding over that right leg. Inhaling for seated half lift. And exhaling, reaching just a little bit further. Inhaling back up to center. Let's bring that right leg out to the side. Extend that left leg out to the side as well. Inhale, both those arms up to the sky. Exhale, reaching the left over to the left leg, right arm overhead. Big side stretch as well as a stretch in the left leg. We'll inhale through center and exhale right arm to right leg. Inhaling back up to center. Let's exhale, reach those arms straight out in front of us. Let's walk the fingers on the mat over to the right side. And back to center. And to the left side. And back to center. Lifting up the palms of your hands so we're just on our fingertips. Let's walk those fingers out a little bit further. And inhale back to our tall torso. All right, from here, let's come back into our easy seat position on our sits bones. If you normally have one leg in front, let's switch that so the other leg is in front. And we'll kind of do something really similar here. So inhale those arms up to the sky. From here, exhale, left arm to the mat, right arm overhead, side stretch here. Inhaling up through center, exhale that right arm to the mat, left arm overhead for a side stretch. Inhaling back up to center, exhale, reaching out straight in front of you. Walk those fingers forward. Let's walk those fingers to the right side. Back to center. And to the left side. Back to center. Maybe walking them forward just a bit. And on the next inhale, we'll walk them back up to our tall torso. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale them to heart center. Thank you guys for practicing yoga with me today. Namaste.